Hi friends, this is Sarah from Crafting and Relaxing. Welcome and thank you so much for joining me. Today I'm going to do a special request video. Kristen asked me to show how I put together a kit. And I think when she said kit, she meant if I don't buy a paper collection with stickers or ephemera and that sort of thing, which I do very often, but if I'm putting it together out of my craft room, how do I go about it? So I'm going to use this example, and if you guys want to see this in the future, be sure and comment down below because I do this all the time. I do it throughout the year. It just never really occurred to me to share. In this example, I want to do Valentine's Day pocket letters. I did the same process that we're going to do today for red, white, and blue for Independence Day cards. I did the same thing when I was getting ready to do blue pocket letters. I do the same thing when I'm getting ready for winter cards, all sorts of things. Anytime I'm going to do volume, not necessarily if I'm going to sit down and make my BFF a birthday card, right? So what I've done is I've trashed my entire room. If you saw my clean video, I'll show you this. It's hilarious. You're going to be like, what happened? Okay, so I just posted my craft room tour video today, and then to speed this process, I took a bunch of stuff out of the cupboards and stuff so you can see it's on the counter. So normally what I do is I go through each section of my room and look for the colors or theme. So say we were going to make stuff for somebody who's a bird lover. I'd go through all my dies and my stickers and my stamps and everything and look for birds. Today, we're going to do Valentine's Day. So when I started cleaning up my room, I took one of these little plastic bins. This is my oh so fancy way, and I wrote Valentine's Day. And as I was cleaning up from Christmas, I threw red stuff in here that it doesn't have Santa on it, but it's red. But I might use it for Valentine's Day. Then I also picked up some things on vacation that are pink, so I threw those in here. And I just started adding things. Then when I was making that video, ooh, that's a bad pink. I threw embroidery floss in there. Let's get a better pink. I'll try and edit out all the times that I go to reach for stuff to speed it up a little bit for you. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw in some pink, some red, ooh, a really bright pink, and some white while we're at it. Even if I don't like those colors, what that reminds me is I have embroidery floss. I just kind of work my way around the room. So the first place that I usually start, I don't always have a bin like this, right? I started this when I was cleaning up, but I start in my paper collections. If you'd asked me, I would have said, no, I don't have any paper for Valentine's Day, nothing like it. Okay, always check your stash. Look what this says right on it. Valentine's Day collection kit. This probably made its way into my room in an Echo Park warehouse box. You might have somebody who sent you happy mail that isn't exactly stuff you would have picked up. You might have forgotten about it. Maybe somebody gave it to you as a gift. Maybe you picked it up on clearance for a price that you couldn't pass up. So always start by looking in your own paper. Notice I didn't start by going to Michael's. I didn't start by going to Dollar Tree. I didn't look on Amazon. I started in my craft room. So I did find this Valentine's collection. It's polka dots and stripes in pink and red. 2 different pinks, 2 different reds, and black and white. I think that'll be pretty fun, and I have identified this paper pack as my January Use It Up 2020 challenge. Bourbon Creek Crafts has a video about that, and she's talking about it, so I have to use this paper up in January. So I'm going to try and use up this paper. Now, that being said, pocket letters don't use a lot of paper, and I have other challenges, so that will be tricky. Then I also found in my stash, I don't know where this came from either. Maybe somebody happy mailed it to me. I'm not sure. I do not recall. Maybe it was in the warehouse box also. It is dots and stripes in pastel colors. If you watch my channel, you know that I'm not really a pastel girl. I don't seek out pink normally. It's just not my thing. Blue, always blue. I have this also. I don't know if I'm going to use it because the dots aren't that much smaller. Now, I have gotten into this paper pad a little because I borrowed some dies from my friend and wanted to do some die cutting. Normally, before I start anything, I just gather everything in a big pile. I go through my paper collections. I go through all my 6x6 pads, the embroidery floss, kind of everything that's on that big white tall freestanding shelving unit. Then I do the same thing with buttons. If you have buttons in your room and you say, oh, I'm not using buttons, well, are you remembering to go through them? I'm going to save those square ones for something else because they're kind of a specific group. This is clearly a box where I had done something like this. I bet this was to go with Splendor. I like these pink ones. I don't like the peach ones for this project. These are super cute. Let's throw some of these in here. This is literally my scientific way. And then what I do is I either rob the kitchen or I have some recycle things, and I take this kind of stuff that's loose and I put it into something. These are old spice bottles. These are little tiny yogurt containers that I thought were perfect. I like the yogurt containers because they're flat and easy to get in and out of. These you can't really work out of, but you can dump your stuff out of later. And I mixed those things together. They didn't need to be separated, so I put them there. I don't know that I want any wood people on there. These are weird circles that have been here forever and ever and ever. Oh, look. Pink, pink, pink. These are like an almond roca or some kind of candy box. So we're going to dump those in my little bin. This little bin right here, we're just going to put them in. Those are pre-punched circles that we could use to build embellishments on. Here's some red ones. Pretty much anything red, pink, or white. This is a really good way to just use up random stuff. Your room may be much more organized than mine, so going through your stuff may be quicker. This is something that, to build my collection or my kit, I can do it in 10 minutes, 15 minutes, but it probably usually takes me at least a half an hour because I really do like to go through things. If you find that you're shopping too much and not using the stuff in your craft room, this is the moment when you can make it count. When you can really go through your stuff and say, what do I have? I've got a bunch of pink in here. It's weird. It's like we're in somebody else's room, huh? This, I don't know if it's pink or red, but for this project, it doesn't matter, does it? We'll take the reds. I had these sorted. And we have, so this is another thing to think about. We have black and white polka dot paper. I think this might be cute. We might want some of this. We might even want some black embroidery floss. This rickrack. We'll just throw in all the black stuff. Then I put these back on the shelf because I'm done with them. I've gone through them. I don't need anything. This is why I have offered to share buttons with somebody. Now you guys are really seeing how, oh, actually you're not because you're zoomed in too much. There you go. You're seeing my button situation. It's crazy. So I think what I'm going to do, I like that these are all sorted, so I don't want to mix those back in. See, there's tons over here that aren't sorted. I'm going to take this whole pink section right here and put it in this little tiny jam jar. That's really what it was. Jam or honey or something. You can use, I like stuff to be clear, right? So that's one of my things. So as I empty containers in the kitchen, I have old spice bottles. I like stuff that's clear. Okay, I'm going to put all of these on the counter. These are small enough and flat enough that I think they would work in pockets. A lot of these are too big and too ugly. Like for super dainty girly, I'm not really liking them. Here's a red one that I like. Here's some more pinks. I don't see anything else here I want. If I want black buttons, oh my gosh, I can come back for black buttons. I've got miles and miles and miles of those. I'm going to leave these bagged up, but I'm going to put them right in this container. They're more peachy, but there are some that are a really nice pastel pink, and it might be fun to have that contrast, not all bright pink. I put that one back on the shelf. I know, it's shocking, but I have to put things away as we go or I'm going to have space problems. All right, this box there is no theme here. This came from, I don't know where. Oh, Noni, I had little black ones. I can't remember what color we were looking for. I think we were looking for white, but turns out I have tiny black ones. This came from maybe a garage sale. that Noni went to or something. Somehow she got this in a lot, and then I've added weird things and swapped things out. It's an odd container at this point. But again, you have to look through all the nooks and crannies in your room, because otherwise you wouldn't remember that you have gorgeous purple glitter buttons. I mean, who doesn't need those? I'm going to stay true to Valentine's Day. That's one way that I build my kits, is to kind of stay focused. I think, well, I always like stars, right? Here's some white ones and some silver ones. We could bring in some silver. Do you put gold or silver with pink? I don't know. Here's some red ones. Let's grab some red. And I don't have to grab all of them because I know I have more. They just trigger my brain to use some. And the chances of me using this many, you know, when I have to tear the backs off and my nails are ridiculously long, probably not very good anyway. I'm going to put those in this miscellaneous cup because they'd be a pain to dig out of those buttons. Let's see, is there anything else in here I should use? I've got balloons. I'm going to keep the balloons, not divide them up by color. Ooh, okay. This pink butterfly, there's some potential there for sure. I like that one. We might want a couple ladybugs, right? They have polka dots. That's the other thing I'm looking for, is stripes or polka dots with that theme. Oops. Here we go. Here's some more. This is a pink ladybug. And orange ladybugs. This is what happens if you buy at garage sales or estate sales, or, you know, you just take your friend's free junk. You have to look through it because you can't possibly remember what's in there. Oh, maybe some of these. Look at these. They're little tiny brads and they look like buttons. Okay, this is going to be a really long video, you guys, and you're just going to have to decide if you want to watch it or not, if you're having fun. How about that? We better get some of these. Did we get pink flowers already? No, we got stars before. Let's get a couple of these pink flowers. What I was thinking was pocket letters and some Valentines, right? I kind of botched the whole Christmas card thing, so maybe that's where I make my comeback. We'll see. A lot of the stuff that's over here is more like shabby metal kind of stuff. These might be pretty cute too. They're gorgeous brads. They're not really my style, right? They're more, I should probably put these in shabby happy mail when I send people lace and that kind of stuff. These are pretty neat. So I'm going to pull some of these out and put them on the counter. Not even necessarily for this project, just to remind me to share them with people or use them on something. We're still working our way through that same shelving unit. So what I'm doing, this has pink and red, and spring is in the air. I haven't decided if I want to use this up, like sit down and say, okay, I'm going to address this as it is. I don't know. But I'm going to set this out. I'm not going to pull any of the papers out of it, but I am going to pull it out. When I'm making a kit like this, I'm not going to open up any paper collection and just steal one piece of paper out of it. I'd have to really be into it. Like, I'm not going to take out this red and white stripe here because I know I have red and white gingham. I have other things. Same here. These are brand new paper pads that aren't touched, so I'm not going to get into them like that. But I have partials. Come on, you know you have partials in your room too. And these are my friend Andrea's rejects, so I don't necessarily know what's in them. This thing is not even touched. This one has a lot of pink, so I am going to set this aside in my, maybe we'll get into it. Okay, here. Oh, look at this. We've got to have this. All these tiny polka dots. I don't know where this came from, you guys. Did somebody happy mail this to me? This would be a really good one because when you use tiny paper, you have tiny scale, right? We've talked about that before. That is going to be adorable. And I need paper to make my backgrounds for pocket letters. I'm also going to make embellishments, right? I don't buy a lot of pink. Oh, here we go. Basic gray, be still my heart. I might share this with you people. Let's see. Let's see what we have in here. Basic gray makes fabric now, I think. I don't know. They've ditched me. There are in this pad, there are hearts. The pad is falling apart because I've been in and out of it. Okay, hearts. I might bring in different colors if they had polka dots or hearts. Does that make sense? That's my my vision for my kit. I'm gonna take this piece off the front because in my craft room, you're probably not gonna find a ton of paper with hearts. This one does have hearts. It's kind of ugly. I mean, it's orange, I'm not gonna lie to you. Oh, it fell out anyway, so we'll take it. Then, oh, this is a black and white with little heart arrows. Are they arrows or hearts? I don't know, but since we already have some black and white in our idea, we'll take that. And you may see that at the end of this, you haven't seen any of these papers and I don't use them at all. Now, there's another one of this paper in here. And there's some other stuff. It's just kind of a weird color palette. It's a weird pad. Even for basic gray, it's a little odd. I'm going to keep this one because it is a very formal pattern. And maybe I'll have some that are like really clean lines and others that are different. I don't know. So I'm going to put these in my pile. This is a beautiful paper pad that I love. Simple Stories, Vintage Bliss. We already have plenty of pink and white polka dots, so we're not going to pillage in this. This we should probably play with later in spring. Oh, this is just too cute. We're not going to get into this. We're just not. Ooh, Andrea might have taken that. Let's see what she left us in this pad. Okay, so we've got hearts on here, floral, a black and white stripe with a splash of red. Yep, we'll take that. There's another one. We'll take it. How about that? Oh, red and white. Maybe we fussy cut some of these and build them into our embellishments. I don't know, but I mean, nothing says Valentine's Day like roses, right? We got to use that. I don't know what else I'd use it for. This is yellow roses. I don't think so. I don't think we need another. Well, we might as well in case I get on a roll. Okay, so that's how I do it, right? I'm just going through these. Are we done with this box? Now, you can do yours any way you want. Your Valentine's cards, your theme could be purple and green and hearts for Andrea. You just decide, and then sometimes along the way, a paper might inspire you and you'll change a little, and that's okay. That's your prerogative. This is a little vintagey. I don't really see me doing that in my Valentine's Day stuff. A bow bunny. A little too brown. Like, it's not really red. This farmhouse, I think this is untouched. So I'm not going to cut into that one. Bow bunny. Where were we? Ooh, this one's cute. But don't get distracted by pretty paper, because that's not what we're doing here. Stay on track. This looks promising. Sweet and Sassy Matte Stack. And I can feel that they're partials, right? I know which ones are rejects because Andrea gave them to me. Hello, you guys have met me. In what world would I use this piece of paper except for today? So heck yeah, we'll take the peachy hearts and the, yeah, for sure. Do you think we want this one? We might. It's a color reddish pink. This one we'll take. Oh, that's pretty. I might decide that I don't want to cut that up and I want to use it for a card or something else. But this is a super cute, tiny, tiny polka dot, so I might want that. This is peachy. I'm going to save that for another day because I don't really like that. Okay. Maybe we're going to bring in some gold. This, I think we could do some amazing Valentine's die cutting or make embellishments. Now, if we were doing something where I had more paper and a collection, it would be quicker, right? We'd be done. We'd just fly through. But we're just trying to see. I think these are all whole. Like I said, I don't want to go cutting up a brand new paper pad. Oh, paper cottage. This one, you can feel it. It's falling apart. There's one in here that's pink and like goldish dots. I can't remember if I already used those. Oh, that's cute. So Basic Gray has really formal, detailed patterns. Can you see that? That's kind of what they were known for. Ooh, I like that one. I think I already used that pink and gold. What did we do with that, you guys? Oh, there's one. It's actually more pinky brown, but that's okay. I'm looking for stuff that has the polka dots because we have all that polka dot paper. We're going to try and repeat that. Sultry. Okay, this is my basic gray stash from the garage sale. We're keeping it. Ooh, oh my gosh. How did I not make cards with that? Yeah, I bought this to make winter cards with, and I'm in love with it. I may just hoard it forever. It came out last year. Reverse confetti, warm heart. Oh my gosh, look at all that blue and purple. So we're done with that standing cabinet, that freestanding. Now we're in the giant cupboard on the right where I keep my washi and my papers. Pink. You guys know I'm not going to have a lot of pink. These are actually more purple than they are pink, huh? Well, we'll have to see. We'll have to see how this goes down. Oh, look, cats and dogs. Not feeling the watermelon. This one might work. This pink and red floral. This one might work. Don't overthink it if you're just trying to make a big pile of inspiration. I'm actually going to save that one because I love it. And, oh, look at this one. It's pink, metallic red, and a little splash of orange, which is interesting because I was throwing that back in the papers. But if you're just trying to get the wheels firing and get some inspiration, don't overthink it. Just look and go, okay, this seems like I might want to use it. Do I not have... I don't see anything with hearts. We've got some stars here. How about hearts, polka dots? Let's stay away from the blue. This one we'll pull out because these both are dotted. Ooh, that one might be fun. This is also sitting over there. What if we pull out that one and that one? I never actually found this paper and don't have a lot for this stuff to go with, so we don't really have to keep it separate. Okay, so we'll throw those two in. Actually, let's just take all these out. Put them right there and call it good. Ooh, that's kind of pinkish. We'll throw that one in there too. I forgot one thing when we were in that cabinet, the scraps bin too. I always grab the scraps bin if I'm going to make embellishments, which I see us doing here. So I'm going to pull out the pink scraps box and throw it on our 6x6 stack right there. Now, we're sort of working our way down that big kitchen cupboard that's on the right. And one of the things that you saw in there during my craft room tour was that's where I keep my specialty papers. Red mirror paper. This Heidi Swap has some pink in it, unless we've used it all. Seems unlikely. And there's silver and white. No pink? Where are we? Here we go. Okay, so I'm just going to pull out this whole pad because I don't want to take out the glitter paper and make a mess. And then any scraps that we see that are kind of in our color family, we're going to grab those. I already pulled out my bulletin board border in red. I don't see me using this gold. Just doesn't make sense. And I probably won't bring in too much gold and silver unless I'm trying to tie something else in. It'll probably be more, ooh, that's kind of cute. It'll probably be like this if I'm trying to tie this in. I'd probably use more white. So I just look through my stash. Green. Ooh, there's some more tea dyed. This is my specialty stuff, right? Cork. Green gingham. Purple, gold, bronze, orange. You never know when you're going to need some orange foil paper. Let's pull some of these weird things out. These are for die cutting. They're foam. They work pretty nice. Blue. I think that's pink. It might be more purple. We'll see. We'll see what it goes with when it's time. I don't know what's going on there. These are garage sale finds, so some of them I've never spent more than a second looking at. I like this paper. Let's pull that out if we're going to use quite a bit of white. Silver, shimmer. Oh, okay, this looks like pinkish. We'll take those. Oh, these are from Creative Gigi. Yeah. Do we have another pink one? Whoa. These are almost hard to tell the color. I think it's red. I don't know. And because I'm doing, I imagine I'm going to make several, I'm trying to pull out enough for a couple, but I'm not expecting to make a whole bunch of things all the same. Ooh, this one should be moved up higher in the box. Here's a scrap of paper. So it's just all my specialty papers in one box. And some blue paper that I don't really know why it's in there. I have pink. I have some pink solid cardstock. I probably won't use a lot of it, but every once in a while your eye needs a rest. So that's why I think I'll bring in white or some solids just so that it's not all pattern, right? Does that make sense? Then let's take a look. These are my iris cases out of the bottom of that big thing. Nope, not feeling it. The category is patterned paper. And it's probably, it's probably very, very random. This pad is in here because I've hacked into it quite a few times. And I don't love it. It just doesn't speak to me. So I don't keep it on the shelf like I'm going to use the whole collection. I keep it in here. These, I'm going to pull this page out. These squares would be really good for your base for starting an embellishment, or just really nice to work with because they're very small scale. Like this, I'm probably not going to use this in a pocket letter. It's just too big. So I'm looking for small scale things. Green gingham. Somewhere we probably have some red. Here's some odd wedding paper. Yep, you can tell this is really, really strange grouping. These are older pads, just like those 6x6s that we were in, that they just flat out fell apart. So we're just going to flip through. I think I know these collections, so I don't expect to see any in here. This one maybe. Oh, yellow? No, I don't like yellow. It is probably my least favorite. Let's grab all the red gingham while we're here. This is from Scrap PDX. Crazy, crazy good deals. Ooh, let's take this red and white stripe. Let's take this little pinkish thing. I'm going to pass on the polka dots because they have light blue in with them. Okay, here's the thing. I really, really, really like this paper. So sometimes when I'm making kits, I say, no, because that goes with my other stuff that's right here. See my 4th of July? So I'm not going to pull out like this red polka dot. This should probably be bagged together in the collection shelf, but I put it in this box because then it wouldn't sag and it would be safe. And I knew I wasn't going to come back to it for like a year. So we're going to leave that. We're not going to take anything that kind of goes with my favorite papers. We're just looking for miscellaneous stuff that's sitting around that we want to make beautiful. But remember, I'm a blue lover. So if it has blue in it, we're probably not going to... I don't know what this is. The Best of Friends Echo Park. I bet this was in my warehouse box. This looks like... I think they're orange. So we're going to leave those polka dots. Yeah, there's some orange going on there. A lot of blue. We'll come back for the blue another day. Oh my gosh, look at that. Graphic 45. I think we're going to get into a lot of blue. There's a green and purple. That's an old paper, Andrea, so I can't run out and buy you any of that. This is not sorted by color, as you can tell. This is how I roll. The category is patterned. I have solids boxes too that are large pieces and full pieces. We're not going to go through those because that's not really the focus of what we're doing here, but just I assume that you could do the same concept in your craft room. This box is called Multicolored Embellishments. It is random stuff that has accumulated in this bin. We'll take some red stars, stickers. I probably shouldn't have bought red stickers. We'll take those. Oregon State stickers. Green. These don't stick very well. I don't like them. A little formal for what we're doing. Having fun together. These are not the right shape for my vision. Oh, there's a couple of beautiful vintagey things. We're going to leave those. We're going to take them out so they don't get all tattered. If we wanted to, we could write words if I need more sentiments with these. So we'll pull these out. Whoa, those are a weird color. That's probably why they're still in there. They're not really red. They're not really orange. This is washi paper. Washi tape, you know, paper. Okay, let's pull this out. Category of use it in your room. This is a giant die cut of numbers. I don't know why. Maybe we'll use it. It might be too big so that it just doesn't really make sense in what we're doing, but we can try. Same thing here. I have probably had this for like 100 years. We're going to use it. Or at least put it in the pile and hope to use it. We're going to keep the doghouse in here. Oh, this is acetate, but it's too formal, like too masculine, I think, for what we're doing. One red circle. I don't know why. We'll throw that in our kit. This bin probably got started. Ooh, look at this. It's pink, fuzzy, polka dot acetate. Yeah, we're going to pull that out. This bin probably got started like, I don't know, 10, 15 years ago. Yeah, here's some stickers. We'll take those. There's some pink ones in there. Oh, a purple one of those. That's for another day. Okay, I should probably go through this bin, but I think if I use stuff out of it, we're doing very well. Okay, I've already made some crepe paper rosettes with red, so we're okay there. We might want a bit of lace. I think that lace is a little big for our project, but we'll try it. How about some tulle? If I have eyelash trim in the right colors, it's probably hanging on the wall. Let's grab this. Those, I don't think I want to dig those out. And sequins, I don't know. I should probably stop buying so many. Okay, I think I want some of those pink flowers, so I'm going to put those on the counter. Here's a whole section right here of pink and red. So something I was doing, I wanted pink and red. So we're going to take that one. Then we do the same thing in this drawer. This has a lot of miscellaneous colors, so I'm going to set that aside. Oh, here we go. We'll take that one. These have pink and red in them, so we'll take those. Let's take some white, but let's be sure we don't grab the snowflakes. Let's use these. I think this is the rest of Auburn Lane. So if we want to go with some gold, we could use that also. Throw those out here. Now when we stand back, we know that section is junk journaling. That's not really what we're thinking about. This right here, oh no. Let's go in there and take a look. Cork hearts, yes. So we just look, oh, here's some eyelash trim from Gretchen, who is Cat and Paws. It's silver, iridescent. We might want that. If we go silver, we'll use these stars. These tags are probably too big. If we go gold, we could use these. Oh, these are just cute. I don't care who you are. I wish I had some hearts like that for this project. How about some tiny white rickrack? That would be cute on low pocket letters. Gold. I don't know if we're going to use gold at all. This, I think we would use those, and we might use those. Oh, look. We'll use these. Pink. Pink iridescent bubbles. We'll use those for sure. Oh, here's one green envelope. We're going to have to make some envelopes, and I'll make a video for Artsy Ashley showing how I do that. Here's some white. We'll take those. Red. Oh, okay, let's use this. This is the Tim Holtz paper string. We'll use some of that. We have already pulled out way more stuff than I need. You guys recognize that, right? But it could be a point of inspiration. The other thing I try to do is if I have 2 packs of something, oh, here's some red, I use the open pack. But, you know, I'm a butterfly, so I just kind of see where the day takes me. let's look at these. Oh, some of these puffy stickers would be cute. What's this one say? Best day ever. This one is pink flower. Yeah. Oh, look at these chasing dreams ones. Is that what these are? Okay, those are cute, but not gonna work shape-wise for what I'm doing. And here we go. Here's some pale pink. So I'm gonna step back. You could have done this much more tidy. And had I been using two hands and going slower because I wasn't trying to show you, even I would have been more tidy. Okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the camera off, put this mess together, and kind of show you what it looks like and how I start. I'm going to show you what I did while the camera was off. I went through my scrap bins, my patterned scrap bins, and pulled some things out. I found some more old stickers that we would use. And I sorted my embellishments. These are open bling, open packages of bling. So I took out anything that didn't have pink or red or just a clear on it and put those in a separate spot. And I got out another bin for embellishments and put it in here. I grabbed the dies that I cut from Noni this morning. And let me show you, I'm going to back you up. This pile over here is embellishments. This is all stuff I'm going to use for embellishments and maybe stuffing, right? The backs of the pocket letters. On a card, you don't have those different phases, but in a pocket letter, you might, depending on how you approach things. These are also embellishments, so I have these 3 containers, which is a lot. I got out a couple of inks in case we want to ink the edges or stamp anything. I also remembered that there are flowers on the wall. I'm impressed I remembered. These papers are pretty much the papers that I'm going to cut in the 2.5 by 3.5 rectangles to make the pocket letter. So I'm going to leave those over here because they're a different phase. I'm going to focus on, while I have this mess out, creating embellishments and the little presents for the back of the pocket letter. Then I'll probably need to use some of this to create the envelopes that I'm going to use to stuff the pocket letter gifts into. But I just don't have the space right now unless I set up a card table. And I'm supposed to be working on other projects. One thing to keep in mind if you adopt this kit kind of style is you can't set up overlapping kits at the same time or it will frustrate you. I spend a lot of times looking for star things, gold or silver, because I grab the pack and then I tuck it into a kit. So for Christmas and for winter and for all of that, I was looking for my puffy stars all the time. I could just take them, cut them in half, and keep one in each, but I don't like to take my embellishments and bling out of the packages if I can, because remember I share with 2 dogs, and dog hair floats around. This mess is kind of where I am right now, and I think I'll take a break, and then I'll come back to it, and I'll start thinking about what am I going to do with some of these rosettes and begin layering, and what do I want my pocket letters to look like and be stuffed with. Because now I know what my product selection is. And I think we both know I do not need to go shopping. If I cannot make, like, I don't know how many pocket letters I was planning to make, but now I'm thinking I should probably make, like, a lot. This is how I approach it. This is my style. If you have better ideas, I would love to hear them. If you don't have the clear plastic boxes, shoe boxes work, all sorts of stuff. What I have found though is I want things to be up on end, right? Because I'm a butterfly, so I want to flip through. If I put them down flat, I don't use them. I won't go through them. And as I sort this stuff, I will be thinking about, it'll be 3 categories to me. Building the pockets, which is the basic cardstock that I showed you on the far left, decorating and embellishing the pocket letter, and then what will I give people in the back. And so as the project evolves, I will be grouping things into that. By the time I get to stuffing the pocket letter, I usually know exactly what I'm going to put in the back of the pocket letter, or at least have a really good idea. And I do that because I don't want to use all of the good stuff embellishing it and then be worn out and just send them an empty pocket letter. Does that make sense? There's probably a couple categories in my room that I forgot to check. We could have gone through like fabrics. I have a bin of fabric, and there's no rule that says you can't use fabric on cards or pocket letters or anything like that. I also have mixed media, so we could use paint, we could use all kinds of stuff. Whatever you have. If you have a bunch of yarn, for heaven's sakes, go through your yarn. That's why I use embroidery floss. I used to do a lot of cross stitch, and my mom buys tons of embroidery floss for me at estate sales. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure and tell me if you thought this video was terrible, and then I won't make one of these again. Okay, I hope everybody's having a great day. Bye-bye.